What's going on, everybody? It's your boy back with another reaction video, and I'll be reacting to SCP-2875, the town that got destroyed by bears. Keter, self-replicating SCP. The town that got destroyed by bears. This made me think of there's a movie called The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I haven't seen that in a long time. I can't even remember what the plot of that was. But I always remember that name because it sounded kind of cool to me. Or it's another one. It's like a long title. It's just like, it sounds weird, but at the same time, it sounds kind of awesome. Just the town that got destroyed by bears. Just very straightforward. That's it. But anyway, let's get into this. I want to try to exercise in a few minutes. Well, and at least an hour from now. But anyway, here we go.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-2875. Object Class: Keter. Special Containment Procedures. A perimeter is to be established 2 kilometers from the center of Wisconsin, and no non-Foundation personnel are to pass this limit. Mobile Task Force Lambda 2, Chain Gang, is to oversee containment of SCP-2875. Updated containment procedures. Due to recent findings, only Mobile Task Force Lambda 2 approved equipment is considered acceptable to dispatch SCP-2875-A instances. Under no circumstances are any personnel to attempt to dispatch an instance of SCP-2875-A with a firearm, incendiary device, or other unauthorized implement. Description: SCP-2875 is a phenomenon occurring only in the town of Wisconsin. At noon, every 3 days, between 50 to 100 fully grown adult Ursus arctos horribilis mainland grizzly bear will appear throughout the town. These instances are not anomalously strong or fast, or anomalously hostile, and will generally act like any other members of their species given the situation. The phenomenon appears to be cumulative. The instances SCP-2875-A will linger around the town center for a short time before dispersing, and more instances will appear 3 days later. Due to the potential scaling issues of the bear population growth, it has become imperative to dispatch the new instances as quickly as possible. Currently, the only feasible means to dispatch SCP-2875-A instances is by using a highly concentrated aerosol tranquilizer spray, and then a blunt instrument with which to cause trauma to the cranial region, as killing any of the instances using a firearm or incendiary device results in 2 new instances appearing next to the corpse of the deceased instance. As such, only Foundation standard motorized blunt force devices have been
Okay, I get it. Because at first I was like, oh, they 50 to 100, that's a lot. They just show up, but he said they disperse. I'm thinking in my head, oh, this SCP, they like disappear or something. Like, no, 50 to 100 show up, they disperse. Then 3 days later, another 50 to 100 show up, they disperse. It's like it just keeps going. And then they say, oh, if you shoot him with a firearm, 2 more will take his place right then and there. What the hell is a Hydra? Like, it sounds like some shit you see in a movie, like some ancient Native American curse.
Permitted for use against the instances, with other blunt or bladed weapons being permitted per Mobile Task Force Leader instruction. Discovery: SCP-2875 was discovered by Foundation containment teams sent to investigate reports about the sudden disappearance of an entire town of people. Upon arriving at the situation quickly became apparent when the town was observed as being flooded with SCP-2875-A instances, Initially, the containment teams had prepared to move all of the instances to other habitats outside of. But when the reoccurring nature of SCP-2875 was discovered, the current containment procedures were established. Mobile Task Force Lead, note: I know plenty of you think that this is some kind of joke, but a town of constantly appearing bears is serious. Can you imagine what would happen to the local ecosystem if we let this thing go? It was like a goddamn bear arena when we first rolled in, and that was only after a few days. Addendum 2875-1. Collected voicemails. The following voicemails were recovered from a mobile device found in a cave outside. The owner of the device has not yet been verified. 2875
he's
1.1.
dead or she's dead.
Oh, hey, this is Tom Miller from City Hall, and I just wanted to get in touch with you about some things you were saying the other day at the old town meeting. So give me a call back here for too long. My number is 875-7112, and I'll talk to you then. Thanks a lot. Bye.
2875 1.2.
Oh, hey, it's Tom Miller again from City Hall. I just wanted to get back in touch with you about some things we talked about the other day. I've been thinking about what you were saying about the pest problem with the coyotes, and I really do think bears is the way we want to go, so let me know when we can talk about that, get some plans laid out.
Okay, that's a weird.
You know, my number is 875-7112.
Got it.
We'll talk more then. Thanks a lot. Bye.
You got a coyote problem. Better introduce bears as the solution. Like, damn, how much of a coyote problem were you having that you had to introduce grizzly bears? Like,
2875 1.3.
Hey, it's Tom Miller again. Just wanted to let you know, bears is going great. We haven't seen any coyotes around in a while, so that's good. I do have one question, though, about one of the bears getting a little close to town. One of the gals in town is a little freaked about it, so we can talk about that and get some of these details ironed out. I think this is going to be great. Okay, thanks a lot. Oh yeah, the number is 875-7112, and we'll talk then. Thanks a lot. Bye.
2875 1.4.
it is Miller again. Tom Miller.
Hey there, it's Tom Miller again. Haven't heard from you in a while. I just wanted to let you know, me and some of the guys are a little concerned that there might be too many bears. Most of the coyotes have moved on from town, so it's probably about time the bears got out of here. So we gotta do that pretty soon. It's becoming a little bit of a problem, so give me a call. The number is...
This sounds like some shit that'll be in Wishmaster though. Like, oh, you want to get rid of? It's like a wish, but it has like consequences. It's not just a flat wish. They're like, oh, you wish, unless you extremely specific. Like it's always some like horrible consequence to the wish. Like, oh, you want to be beautiful forever? Well, I'm gonna put you in like a stained glass window and turn you into glass. It's like, now you'll be beautiful forever as long as no one breaks. Because of course the human body don't last forever, obviously. But it's like, that's what this seems like. Like somebody, like he made like a wish or something to get the coyotes out by introducing bears to the ecosystem. And now it's too many bears. He's like, it's quite a few bears. Like, I feel like too many bears would, I mean, he didn't know there's gonna be too many bears. Like, the bears will just keep increasing, but like, I feel like bears would be more of a problem than coyotes.
875-7112. Hope to talk to you soon. Bye.
2875 1.5.
Okay, listen, there are too many bears in town now. A little boy got attacked just the other day in the street. He was with his mom. He got attacked by one of the bears, okay? There are too many bears now.
Too many bears.
I need you to call me, please, as soon as you can, so we can do something about this.
Too many goddamn
Okay?
bears.
Thanks. Oh,
Thanks.
wait. 875-7112.
You keep
Okay,
giving him
call
the
me
number.
soon. Thanks. Bye.
2875
so nice about
1.6.
Okay, listen. There's a bear outside of my house, okay? My neighbor just got eaten by a bear.
Oh,
Okay?
shit.
There are bears in the streets. There are bears in people's homes. Okay, we gotta do something about this. I can't get outside, okay? My kids are at school. I can't get to my kids. There's a bear on my car. Wicked. Oh, God. Oh, Lord, there's a bear in my house.
How did he get in the house?
875-7312.
Stop giving him your number. He keeps saying, please.
This concludes today's
That's
lecture.
It. That ended.
Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
That ended very ominous. Oh shit! I probably should have looked at the rest. It was like a minute left. Oh, let me see if there's anything else. If it's not, if it's him just thinking. Okay, him just thinking. His I guess Patreon. Wow, that stayed at 30 frames a second. Even drop. Maybe that update I just did. He said, there is a bear in my house. He just ate my neighbor. He says a bear on my car. He said, oh my God. Why he keep giving him his number? Like, clearly, the dude doesn't want to talk to you. He's like, I gave you the bears. That's it. Like, how did the bear get, I mean, I know how the bear get in the house. I've seen videos, bears literally just knocking down doors, just smack, knock doors in like they ain't nothing. Like, so I mean, I'm sure he get in his house easily. Unless you get reinforced doors, like metal doors or something, or those big hard ass hotel room doors made out of like metal shit. But so. Because I mean, at first I was thinking, are the people turning into bears? And because all the people disappeared in the town. I'm assuming because he was there, he's his kids at school, the bears just showed up, got in his house, and just all the people were eaten by the bears. So I was like, oh, they turned into bears or something. But it's like, no, this is SCP shit. Like, these people got ate. Like a big pile of this human remains and like mauled and half eaten pieces. He kept giving him his number. What did he say his number was? What did he say? 872-5113. I go. He was so polite about it. Like, please call me. He's all right. I think I love the escalation. He's we had a coyote problem. I think we need to. I think bears is the way to go. Like, that is so weird. Bears? Why didn't you ask for like hell coyotes? I mean, you could ask for a more manageable animal. I mean, I guess he didn't know they was gonna keep increasing, but like, I don't know, bobcats or wolves. I don't know what wolves are pretty. Like, I mean, wolves don't. Well, I don't know. I mean, they're smaller than bears, especially grizzly bears. So I think I would, if I had my choice between, hey, you got to fight a wolf or a grizzly bear, I think I'd take the wolf. But like, that seems weird. They were like, yeah, the bear is a solution to get rid of coyotes. Like, how bad was the coyote problem? The solution was bears and grizzly bears. Like, isn't like the grizzly bear like the second largest bear, other than polar bears? I'm not sure off the top of my head. They're pretty fucking big. I've seen grizzly bears out in the wild. Some big fucking bears. They're big animals. I would not fuck with that thing, even with a weapon. But and the escalate. What did he say? Okay, it's working great. We haven't seen a coyote. Haven't seen a coyote. And then it's like, oh, there's quite a lot of bears showing up. I think we had enough. A bear was just seen on the outskirts of town that scared somebody. Then a kid got attacked in the middle of town with his mom. Then his neighbor got eaten, and bears showed up, and he said they're all over the place, and I can't. My kids are at school. I can't get to my kids. Oh my God, the bears in my house. It's not. It's not supposed to be funny, but just that build up, the escalation, and the ridiculousness of using grizzly bears to deal with a coyote problem. Like, I don't know. I mean, I never lived anywhere that has had a coyote problem like that, or really any problem with any animal in that area. Like, um, it was one place they were talking. Well, it wasn't really a problem. Like it wasn't like I guess a bunch of coyotes. I don't know if it's a bunch of coyotes here or just coyotes that aren't afraid of humans anymore. So they just come in town and aren't afraid and just they smell food. That's like ringing a dinner bell. They just come in, you know, and try to break in people's houses or whatever, or attack people's dogs and stuff like that. But I think it was where was I at? Now I'm trying to remember the state I was in. Was it Mississippi? I don't think it was. Maybe it was Oklahoma. I don't remember. It was a state I was in at the time that was having a like a bobcat issue, but it wasn't like a bunch of bobcat. It was just it was a. I remember they left a letter saying like, oh, it's bobcats. No, it was when I was in Mississippi because I lived right next to I lived in an apartment complex, and I lived right next to a wooded, like basically a big giant wooded area. And then on the other side of that, like after I think like a couple miles, it just dropped off into a river that ran behind it. But it was a bobcat, and it was something else. I remember they put a letter on our door. They said, if you have small animals, don't like, because they let you have like, if you have like little small like Pomeranian dogs or cats, they let you have those in an apartment complex. But if you had like big dogs and stuff, you couldn't have those there. And because I remember I had two dogs and we couldn't have them. Like, I had two chows, and they, if you had a chow, seen one, they can get pretty big. So I couldn't keep them there, so I had to keep them at a cousin's house. But yeah, it was a letter about this, like a bobcat, and it was some other animal that it was saying, be on the watch for, because it was they jump up. Because I had seen like claw marks on like the dumpster that was in at the front part, right next to the woods, like at a parking lot, because it was like the building and the parking lot was in the middle, and it was a dumpster, and then you drive out. The dumpster was like right by the woods, and there's like bobcats and stuff like that. So, but like it wouldn't be like, to deal with these bobcats, we need to introduce grizzly bears. Like, just like shoot the damn thing. Like hell, apparently there's a goddamn boar problem all around the world. Like boars just don't give a fuck about humans anymore and just multiplying, just going into towns and attacking people and ripping people's garbage cans open. Like, I think it's such a problem. I think in Texas, of course, this is such a Texas like answer to the problem of just flying helicopters and shoot them. But they multiplying so fast that you can't kill enough. People have made like businesses out of just letting people come down and just hunt and kill boars. But I guess the problem, we could just solve that, just introduce a bunch of grizzly bears to the area. Although you'd probably be better off introducing something more agile, like, and I think, aren't bears omnivores? Like they could eat meat. but they eat almost like vegetables, basically vegetation. Probably better introduce like wolves to that, or you want to be careful because, like I said, you don't want to introduce something that's could potentially attack humans, but normally like wolves don't really fuck with people too quick unless they starving or they're trying to get at like a dog or something like that. Could introduce cougars, but then cougars, they don't usually attack humans unless they either feel threatened or like most animals, or you near they cubs or something like that, and they attack your ass because they don't know you think you trying to get their babies. But this story, I can't get over. He kept giving him his number, like that mattered. Like man has a call back. He just keep giving him his number. Did he gave him his number while he was getting attacked by a bear? He hit a bear in the background. Oh, I feel like a terrible person laughing at this, but I feel like it's unintentionally funny. Because the whole concept is just stupid to introduce grizzly bears to stop coyotes. All right. I hope you all enjoyed my reaction. And one of you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button down below. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Hit that bell. You'll be notified when I upload new videos. Comment down below. Share this video. I'll see you next time. Peace.